Hello. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. OBS must have had an update or something because it reset my audio devices. Guys, welcome back. I don't know. Red uniform. I don't know how. Man's just yoinks #1 all the time. Hold on one second. Welcome back, dudes. So we are like real close, level 50 with this Herald of the Tome class, and we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. I'm gonna pound a bunch of freaking caffeine. Hopefully, I'll wake up a little bit. And then, I don't know. I got a new pair of pants. That's cool. I've been wearing like the same pair of pants for a very, very long time. And just the other day, I like freaking blasted a hole out of the crotch of them. I like bent down to do something and it just ripped apart. So I spent the whole day just swinging with a draft. And I tried wearing a different pair of pants. I tried wearing these. And I had like half a dozen people laugh at me. I like all day. People were like, "Why are you wearing pajamas?" And I was like, "They're not pajamas. They're golf pants. Okay, I don't play golf, but they're for golf, and I'm wearing them." And they were like, "This is unacceptable." And bless his heart, dude. One of the nicest guys I've ever met, I think, in my entire life. He was like, "Dude, I can't let you walk around with those pants." He was like, "You look like you're about my size. I've got like 5 spare pair of pants in the locker room. Like, let me hook you up." So he gave me a pair of pants. This, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's better. We're off to a good start, baby. Let's go. Let's what are we doing? A daily dungeon? Yeah. Yeah, let's do one of these. I don't know how long the queue's gonna take, but in the meantime, while we wait for it, should we go rob some stuff? We could probably go back to Telvanni, try to find that location that I was talking about yesterday, and yoink all the stolen goods and try to like finish the achievement here in Vvardenfell today. Or at least during get freaking smooch and close. I'm so good at walking, man. Alright. Great at swimming too. You can have congrats on the pants. Thanks, dude. I went to Walmart and I was like sifting through the clearance section because I don't know if you've ever like freaking bought clothes nowadays, but they're so gosh darn expensive, dude. It's so expensive. Like a regular priced decent pair of pants, it's like 30 or 40 bucks. Like, are you out of your mind, dude? So I bought like the cheapest pair of anything that I could find, and they are comfortable, which is not common. I don't know what you guys' thoughts are on jeans, but jeans are the worst thing ever. Like, I can't wear them, dude. I can't like exist with jeans. I freaking lose my mind all day, just sitting there like pulling my jeans apart, just trying to like make some freaking room down there. They're so uncomfortable, dude. I don't know what it like. Jeans are durable, but that's like the only thing that I can say that's positive about jeans. No, you know what? I can say 2 things. They go with anything. They match. They match like just about anything. Your son got a job today. He's 16. Dude, congratulations for both of you. That's not just a him thing. That's a you thing too, right? That's a big deal, man. I hope he likes it as much as you can like a job. You know the drill. With that being said, though, more than I hope he likes it, I hope he learns some things, man. I hope he grows. 16's a perfect age to start learning some things, man. Yeah, congratulations to both of you. Oh, what? Your name is Green. How am I getting a bounty from that?
I erect the spine of warning.
Okay, well, bear with me. It's pizza at 16 food. Yeah. Yeah. Well, heck yeah, dude. I've never worked in a pizza place. I've made pizza many times, but whoa. What? Interesting. Lots of interesting furnishings. We'll have to come back to places like this because I would like to start decorating the house at one point. I know I keep saying that. Oh, wow, dude, they've got all sorts of decorative items. Yeah, we could deck something out, huh? Cool. All right, we'll think about that later, because I know we got to get a lot of achievements to collect things like that. But Nah, dude, super uniform. You can't rage quit from your first job. That's something that you're not allowed to do. I don't know. I guess people do that though. People do just rage quit from their jobs. To be fair, I did rage quit from my last job, but not in like a rage formation. I was just like, I'm gonna leave and not come back. And they were like, got it. 45 other people just did that in the last month. So, understood. I remember I walked into HR to turn in my 2-week notice. And, the I forget what her name was, but she's a freaking wonderful woman. She was like, what can I help you with? I was like, I'd like to turn in my 2 weeks notice. And she was like, why on earth would anybody ever want to do that? That's exactly how she said it. Not even a, like, I could not do a better impersonation of her. Because she had literally like 40 people in a month just like leave. Everybody comes and goes from that place. And it was just consistent. And I was like, yeah, why would anybody ever want to leave this place? And she just like, she's like, here's the form. Sometimes it's like that, man. Sometimes the environment just sucks and nobody wants to be there. But with that being said, the food business is not easy. It will teach you a lot. Like, he'll learn all sorts of things from the food business. It won't be easy, but hopefully it's a process. It's a learning period. You feel bad for them if he rages? You feel bad for the people working there if he rages? Nah, dude, I'm sure he'll do good. Rad, I feel like you're a decently balanced person. You've got a good head, and I would imagine that kind of stuff carries down from one generation to the next. He's gonna do great. The dog doesn't count as seeing you as stealing. Ernesto, good morning. This is not where I wanted to be, by the way. I was having a hard time finding the spot. Dude, any of y'all that have been playing ESO, where's the spot? Where's the spot, dude? I can't find it.
Fate needs you.
It's like... You rage... Do you actually rage hard at video games? I can't see you doing that, dude. You're so kind. Like, you're so chill. And you're so respectful. But, I don't know. Everybody's different, man. Regardless, it's a good time in life to take some steps forward, right? I wish you guys both luck. Wow, that was a fast loading screen.
Spindle touch is ours now. Set it ablaze.
Okay, I'm gonna kill myself. I didn't realize I sucked at this game. Hold on a second. There we go. I thought Spindle Clutch had, like, spiders in it. There we go. Just slam the table. I don't rage, man. I don't know. I will get, like, I'll say things. I'll express myself vocally. But I won't rage. I don't know. I've never, like, smashed anything. I've never broken anything. I guess I was more inclined to do stuff like that as a kid. But as an adult, man, like, I don't know. I've got it under control, baby. It's all locked in. You put me in a Ubisoft game, man. All you're gonna hear is me complain. That's it.
Now you die. Burn it.
Nice. Good damage. Rothgar, Old Orsinium, and when you rage, it's because you're mad at yourself. Rothgar, Old Orsinium. No, I'm looking for the spot in Telvanni Peninsula that has like 1 billion urns in them. You think I just stopped caring?
Overwhelmed us.
Who did this?
I feel like that's maybe part of it.
I
But
don't know.
I don't know if it's all of it. You might be onto something. You might know me better than I do.
Atavar,
Where are you? I love that line. That's what she said. Yeah. Wait, oh no, I was thinking of the Telvanni Peninsula spot. But we could go to Rothgard too. It doesn't need to be anywhere specific. It just needs to have a spot where specifically stolen stuff. Like, that's what I'm after, is stolen goods. Dang it, I choked. He choked too? we missed it 3 times in a row. He's just gonna open it normally. What build are we on? We're just, we're doing the same thing we've been doing. The, do I dare? Alright, we got it. No. This is uniform, not quite. What do we got? We've got the Assassination Herald of the Tome and then Adric Spear. But I believe we are going to hit 50 for Adric Spear, or sorry, Herald of the Tome today. So hopefully, like, maybe today or tomorrow we can start working on the new build. And it's going to be a tank build too. So that's that, I guess.
No, you can't.
I gotta be honest, I hate this
I
boss
was going
fight.
to rescue you.
This specific boss fight. It's so slow and boring.
It's over, Braxton. You can rest now.
Boss, I don't think he's listening.
You aren't real.
I love that voice
You're
actor.
illusions. I won't let you stop.
She's so funny, dude.
Why is nothing ever easy?
I don't know why it corrected it to that, to be honest.
Now, do you see?
No, go wrong.
I don't want you to see anymore. Get out of here.
It's a good build. It works nicely. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just boring.
I won't be alone. I can't. I'll take care of this myself.
Uh-oh, he's gonna kill them all. He only killed himself, that's fine. I don't know why, like, I guess people don't understand that mechanic. I don't know. But that you just don't move. Like, it's not a hard mechanic. I guess it is a bit confusing, and it's startling when you see something that you don't recognize. But everybody runs away from that circle that enemy drops. And as soon as you step out of the circle, you get wiped. Like, you can't defend it. Even a tank, like a full tank, I think will die. At least in veteran mode. So, yeah, watch out for that.
More blood for me.
Alright, we're gonna drag enemies. Redlock, I'm talking about a spot in Telvanni. There should be like a phenomenal there should be like a really good earn spot for stolen goods specifically in Telvanni Peninsula. I'll find it though. I remember being there. Unless they changed it because they were like, this is too OP, so we gotta make sure our players don't have any fun. Not bad. It was a good pool. Villain Harbor's marketplace and residential areas are packed with containers, barrels, crates, baskets. Well, okay, so barrels, crates, and baskets is kind of a problem too, unfortunately. And the NPCs are a pain in the butt. So, like, I want to just yoink as much stolen stuff as possible in a very quick period of time. And I don't want to have to worry about a bounty either, which is why I wanted to go to the spot and, this spot inside of Telvanni, because I know that it's really good, and I can't move! Thank you. Say the place you're thinking of again? Telvanni Peninsula. There's a second master chest in this dungeon? Hold on. I'll show it to you. It's in Necrom. It's right here. Telvanni Peninsula on the top left, and then Necrom's the town. There's like a big, giant, long hallway somewhere. I just can't stink and find it. We'll find it. Well, I'll mess around here after this dungeon. We ain't need no internet, but we'll find it ourselves with our intuitions. Fractured Gamer, good morning, sir. Oh, you twat waffle, bro. I just ulted him. Uniform, I know you're excited, but my best advice would just be to chill out, bro. Just hang out a little bit, man. There's no reason to rush, man. Wow, man. It's fine, dude. Like, I don't know.
Don't like
Play some other games in the meantime. Do another run through. Do a challenge run through of Hollow Knight in the meantime. And then when Silksong does come out, it'll surprise you. And you'll be like, holy smack, this is the best game ever. You getting ready for bed? Dude, Fractured Gamer, I appreciate you, man. That's very kind of you, man. I don't encourage you to lose sleep over the stream, but it is an absolute freaking pleasure, man. I really do appreciate you. So, much love to you.
because of your throat.
Yeah. Yeah, you're too kind, man. Played 500 hours of the Hollow Knight on just Hollow Knight randomizer. That's outrageous, dude. It's a lot of hours. All right, we did just hit 50, by the way. Bonk, bonk, bonk. I love the arrows, man. Feels good to be using that set once more. I think I need to start using the rag picker on the purple items. And purple items and, like, basically jewelry, with the exception of, like, Electrum stuff. It's not, like, a serious issue, but I do feel like I'm starting to run out of materials. Honestly, I could deconstruct everything. Do I really need to sell it for gold? With the exception of, I guess, this stuff too. Right? We could keep that. But I don't know. Maybe I should start deconstructing everything. It's Rubidoux. It's all, like, max level materials. Why not? And then we'll sell, like, the fancy stuff, right?
Approach.
That, like, that can be sold. This is whatever. We got a bunch of lockpicks. That stuff can be sold. And then all the stolen stuff can stick around for a minute.
I accepted it as fate.
Borrowed. Sorry. Do I want the experience scrolls on my person right now? No, I don't think I do. Can't remember if I told you this one, but I'll tell it again. I stayed up all night wondering where the sun went at night. Then it dawned on you. You're such a son of a gun. That's not a bad one. Do I really want the Crown Refreshing drinks? Not really. I'm just going to sit on a million of them. I'm also going to sit on the food. We'll put those on, like, other characters or whatever. That's a furnishing. These poisons can stay. The spellcasters, like this stuff, I don't feel like I need. The survivors, I don't think I need. We can blaze through the elixirs. This can go. I don't want that. Just destroy. We'll put that away. We're just trying to clean up a little bit, just a smidge. The transmute crystals could find a home, but other than that, I think we're sitting pretty. You heard lockpicks? Yeah, I've got a lot of lockpicks because I've been yoinking them from these, like, urns.
Halt, damn you!
What do you mean?
What's that? You
Nothing?
I'm not sure I should do this.
Alright. I remember specifically being able to access the Outlaw's Refuge from this hallway. So, you know what? I hate to do this, but just to avoid conflict, because I don't want to lose all my stolen items, and I don't want to fuss with any freaking guards right now. We're going to use that. We're going to find the Outlaw's Refuge, because I know there's a way to get to it. We're going to go into it and try to find another exit from within the Outlaw's Refuge. Right? Oh, is that it? No way. Alright, so this Outlaw's Refuge, I remember specifically, there was a very long hallway, cram-packed, full of urns. They're all stealable urn stuffs. And in this hallway was another entrance to the Outlaw's Refuge. So, let's do this. I think, is that an exit? No, that's housing. Hello? Have I played Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order? I've played both of them. They're freaking very good. I really enjoyed that series. Awesome game except for the map. What you mean except for the map? I thought that whole game, start to finish, was beautiful. The music, the voice acting, the combat, like, I really, really enjoyed every piece of it. Both of them. The second one was even better. Oh, the map is hard to navigate. You know what? I would agree with you for, like, the first half of the game. Where are we? This is not right. Yeah, so I thoroughly agree with you for, like, my first half of the game. It took me so long to understand the map. Like, I was constantly lost. It was really difficult, especially when I started, like, pushing for, because I think I went for all the achievements. Excuse me. I believe we went and collected everything. Like, every collectible in the game, every piece of music, like, literally everything that's in the game, we went for it during a playthrough. And, that was the point where I ended up, like, aside from, like, just general exploration, during that, I ended up severely lost. All the time. Could not figure out where anything was. And, eventually I did learn how to use the map, but it's more difficult than it should be. It goes by layers. So, like, you can... It's so weird, dude. You can zoom in to different layers of the map, and it's so difficult to identify what is what part of the map. So, like, the only way I started to understand it is by knowing the map itself. Like, outside of the map. If that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Is this it? I might have just found something. This might be not what I was thinking. No. We're gonna find this. I don't care if it takes a whole freaking day, we're gonna find this stupid hallway. I'm lost now. It's gotta be this way then. Down? Down. Whoop. Yep. This has to be an exit. It is not an exit. You a fence? It's gotta be this. Underways. This looks right. This looks so much more right. It's gotta be. You kind of got the map figured out, but you enter one part and it'll pull you to a totally different side of the map. I know. It doesn't make any sense. This is what I wanted to find, baby! Look at these urns. There's 4 trillion of them. This is what I wanted. We're here. Dude, rad. Take note. I don't know. Because I'll forget. I'll forget where we are and how we got here, so write it down so you can remind me next time we show up here. Making you excited for the Silksong map? Oh gosh, dude, don't even get me started on Hollow Knight's exploration. What a disaster. That's your map, that's all you get. Alright, where are we though? Wow. Okay, what an odd place to be. So we're way north. So, like, this is Necrom, right? Necrom is inside of the Telvanni Peninsula. This is right up here. And then, I guess this is the connection to it. So, like, you have to go all the way around, which is why I ended up lost. I couldn't find that again. But it's connected to the Outlaw's Refuge. So if you go in here, you go down a layer. You go, like, down off the balcony, and then you run north. It'll bring you out here to the underways. I was kidding, by the way. I'm not asking you to write it down. Feel free to not if you don't want to. But if you really want to, this is like anybody that's like looking for stolen goods, or if you're in the business of farming for recipes and stuff in newer zones, Necrom is one of the most recent zones, and the recipes themselves for purple and gold furnishings are unbelievably valuable. They're so expensive. So this is the spot to do it. Because there's a trillion urns, right? This is a really good place. I recommend. What we'll do is I think we'll hug one side of the wall, soak up everything, and then hug the other side of the wall on the way back. If I heard of Sky Oblivion, I have. I was actually talking about, like, when they remastered Oblivion, I was talking about that a little while back. It kind of felt like a little bit of a middle finger to the developers of Sky Oblivion that Bethesda just, like, released it. They were just like, and by the way, we remastered Oblivion, here it is. And it was like, they've been working so hard for so many years with such a small crew on something that they really care about and they're passionate for, and it's free. They're just gonna give it away. And then Bethesda turns around and they're like, oh, by the way, here's the official thing, and it's $40 or $50 or $60 or whatever the price tag was. I know Oblivion Remastered was fairly cheap compared to most games that come out nowadays, but like, I really looked forward to seeing like Sky Oblivion because I was super impressed with what they did, because I know that they're doing it because they love it. Whereas like Bethesda, I'm sure there's people in there doing it because they love it, but as a company, like, aren't they just doing it for the money? I don't know. I'm not trying to bash it. I'm not trying to like talk too much smack. But it was a thought that had come across my mind. Just like, I wonder if this is wrong. Like, I wonder how that made the developers of Sky Oblivion feel. You know what I mean? But regardless, I'm sure Sky Oblivion's going to be freaking great. To be able to put both, it doesn't cause it to be totally irrelevant. You know what I mean? It's not like completely irrelevant. But it does take a lot of the wind out from underneath its wings on release of like Sky Oblivion, you know? Because everybody's already played Remastered Oblivion. It's like, if I've already played Remastered Oblivion and I paid money for it and I have a good time, do I really care about the mod? I don't know. Just a thought. But yeah, Sky Oblivion does look freaking crazy. I don't know if it's going to be better or like worse or how it's going to be in comparison to the remastered version of Oblivion, but like freaking shout out and kudos to those freaking devs, because they, like I said, they're doing it for free. You know, they're not asking for anything, and they've been working on it as a small group for years, and they're doing it because they love doing it. That's what video games are all about, man. Whoa. How much are purple plants in the zone? I have no idea. I think it depends on the zone, or it depends on the plan. So like everything's gonna be different. With that being said, I think some are worth like a lot and some might not be. It just depends. It depends on what you get. It depends on how many people have gotten it, you know? It depends on how cool the item is. It depends on how much people appreciate the item and how badly they want it. And I honestly don't even know what any of the plans are from this place, but I do know that every single zone has its own unique furnishings. And the newer DLC zones typically have incredibly valuable furnishing plans because it's brand new. Nobody has it, right? There's none of them out there. They are not in existence. What the? Oh, did it reset? What the heck? So like the sooner you get to a new zone and start farming plans like this, like if you go to Solstice right now, the plans there are probably going to be more valuable than what Necrom is. With that being said, Necrom plans are still going to be unbelievably valuable. Like, it's one of the newer zones. For sure, they're still expensive. That's one thing that's nice about this spot, though, is that you can just walk out the door and walk back in, and it refreshes all of the items. Most places you go, you're not going to be able to just walk in and out of the door. Like, there's ways to refresh the zone, but generally it's a pain in the butt. compared to this. This is much more convenient. Is Solstice the new zone with the recent patch? It is. I do not believe it's available on consoles yet. I think it comes out, like, in less than a week. I want to say the 17th. Rad, that's also something I think you have written down. You've been the reminder of the date that releases, like, multiple times now. I'm pretty sure it's the 17th, if I remember you correctly. So, yeah, Solstice is gonna be, like, popping off. With that being said, too, Solstice only has half the zone available because of the event that's going on and how they're releasing things. Which I think is a good idea. I think they did good there. I know that they didn't finish the other half of the zone. They weren't ready. They were working on other things. They didn't have time. And they were like, how do we, like, release the DLC without releasing the DLC? And I'm like, let's just put a wall. let's pull a Trump, dude. Let's just build a wall in the middle of it. It is the 17th. Oh, I always say the 17th, but it is the 18th. I freaking told you it was the 17th. Why do I keep saying the 17th? What's going on the 17th, dude? That is, like, glued to my brain. I'm sorry. I'm glad you're keeping me locked in. Keeping me responsible for my actions. Right? So, Solstice, if you don't know, for those that maybe aren't caught up or have not been paying attention, like to be honest, I haven't really been paying attention either, but from my understanding, here, we can actually look at the map just in 1 second, because I am a loot whore, and I cannot stop. Alright, hold on. Solstice is down here. It is an island off the coast of Murkmire, and it is themed with Argonian stuff, and some other things too. But, yeah, dude, Fractured, man, take it easy. Much love to you. Get some sleep, and I will catch you later, man. I always appreciate you stopping in. It's a pleasure. So, yeah. If you see this, like, fogged verticality situation here, that is the other half of the island that is just completely walled off. And the theme, without spoiling it too hard, is that the worm cult has come back. And the worm cult is trying to absorb souls, and they're developing some sort of, like, massive, scary plan to take over the world again. And their way to protect themselves is to basically build a wall. So they made a gigantic wall out of souls that stretches across the entirety of Solstice, so you cannot access the other half of the map. I think that the developers came up with this concept so that they didn't have to build the second half of the map right away. They were like, look, it's going to take a while to get done with this. We've got a lot going on. We need some more time. And they were like, but the DLC's got to come out now. And I think this is their way of doing, like, a little, like, stall action. But it's a really good theme. It's a great concept. I think it plays into the lore very hard. And it is a good way to keep the community engaged, too. Because they're introducing this thing that's a public event that is server-wide. So you gotta just, like, work. You gotta do stuff in Solstice, complete objectives, complete missions, do stuff in general to break down the wall, basically. And it's all a facade. But I like the idea, man. Just bringing a little bit of lore engagement. I can appreciate it a lot. Samurai, what up, dude? You're probably gonna leave your PS5 in sleep mode the night before the patch, so you don't have to wait. Dude, it took a while for me to patch on the PC. Like, my internet and my PC are rather quick. Like, everything is very fast. I can download, like, a pretty significantly sized game in, like, a minute or two. It took, like, a half hour for me to download the new patch, which is very unlikely. It's odd. Bad XP system on YouTube? I think so too. I agree. It's another thing that I can appreciate, because I think YouTube was trying to increase engagement for live streams and stuff. So I can look at that and be like, man, that's a good idea. Thank you. But it was a lazy implementation of it. I think they didn't put enough effort. I don't think they thought hard enough. I just think they were like, how do we do this quick and easy and cheap so we don't have to put any effort in, and they did it. How's the inventory? Almost full. We got a couple recipes. I haven't really been paying attention to what I've been picking up. But like this can go. I don't know. What time is it? 3:50. We need to go back to Telvanni. Sorry, not Telvanni. We're just gonna dump this loot now. See what we can get out of it. And maybe come back later. Because the daily reset happens at 6 a.m. which is in like 2 hours. But it would be cool to get some things done. Oh, Rad, I'm sorry. I missed your chat about your son's B-Day. Your son's birthday? Wait, so the 18th or the 17th is his birthday? I mean, either way. Happy birthday. To both of you. I guess it's kind of your birthday too, right? Shoot, you made the baby. It's your day too. It's not just his day, right? Tell him to stop being so selfish. Like, son, look, I got late, all right? This is about me. It's not about your birthday. It's about 9 months before it. Don't say that to your son. That's... that's, I don't know, unless, you know, you got that kind of friendship with your son. Then maybe you can say it. Yeah, see, we still have some stuff going on from yesterday. We went and watched Todd Howard and the Lex Friedman interview yesterday. It was pretty interesting and insightful. Was it? I didn't get a chance to watch it, dude. Gosh darn it, I forgot about it. I wrote it down and didn't even remember. I'd like to get to it. I for sure would like to listen to it, at least like in chunks and pieces, because I don't think I'll be able to listen to the whole thing at once. I'm sure it's like at least a couple of hours, right? Get to it, I promise. Yeah, alright, see, we've sold everything that we can, and we're still sitting on all this. This stuff can be laundered, like the friggin' lockpicks. 77 lockpicks is kind of a big deal, and 66 Lorcan's tears. Khajiit Faded Bed, I don't think we really care for that recipe. That can be sold. Alright. This is where things get ridiculous, because that is almost everything. Oh, gosh darn it. Alright, we'll have to come back. The inventory is going to be a little bit on the full side, but that's okay. With that being said, where did we go with the achievements? Where are we at? Morrowind? We're at 13,000. That's not bad. Todd talks about his thought processes in different Bethesda games and talks in detail about the Elder Scrolls series. Yeah, I'd like to hear more about it.
Can't even hear myself think here.
Shush, Sharp, relax. If you've got anything to share, by all means, like I'm happy for you to talk about it if you want to like teach people. But I still want to listen to it. It's not often you get like an extensive talk with people like Todd in his positions. So, I think it could be, like you said, insightful. Alright. Here's the deal. We either continue questing through Vvardenfell, or we go work on this build because we did hit 50. Right? We can make our tank build. Might not be a bad idea. But it's gonna take a while. What's today? Thursday? Your son was your firstborn June 18th and it landed on Father's Day, so you both get a day. Heck yeah, dude, that's what I'm talking about. Your son's probably pissed though. He's like, come on, man. You could have just held it in, Mom. Like, what are you doing? Just one day. You could have held it for one day. And I'd have had my own day. But no, gotta share it with someone else.
Something.
Nah, that's pretty funny. What is this? Combine with 5 Battlemaster tokens to create a rune-bound tome. Heavy. Fire Drake and weapon style. What is all this stuff? Combine with 20 Battlemaster tokens to create a rune-bound tome. Mask powers, battlefield powers, adornment. Interesting. Huh. I don't remember seeing all this stuff before. We'll worry about that another day. Fury, good morning, hello, or good evening to you, Mr. I'm on the other side of the world. May your day be as refined and splendid as you hold noble presents. Oh, dang, bro. You're too, you're way too freaking kind. Thank you, man. I hope you have a good day, too. That's, as fancy as I get here. No, he's great, yeah. Dude, Rad, I'm just joking, man. One of the most interesting things you listen to is the NPCs have certain programming for their interactions, and a lot of decisions from NPCs are generated by extensive AI scripts. Oh, that's unfortunate. AI? Like AI as in like AI? I didn't really want to hear that. That hurts my feelings just a little bit. Alright, you know what? Let's work on the build. Let's do it. I want to. And I think I know what kind of armor I want to run. We're gonna do this. We're gonna work on the build. So we're gonna have to, like, lock it in. Alright, it's gonna get serious here for a minute. Oh, you know what? Also,
Prices have never been better.
gear as in, like, leeching and rush of agony, I think, is what I would like to use. Did I ever get rush of agony made? No. And it's definitely not on my person, right? No. Okay, and then leeching is here. So we have a sword and shield, a ring of neck, and an arm piece, heavy, of the leeching. So we need to fill the rest of our kit up with things that are... So rush of agony is going to take place of, like, the armor, basically. Also... What is it? Rush of... agony? It's medium. That's bad. That's actually not good. We're gonna have to do that differently. I never got the freaking... Ugh. I got a shield. I got a dagger. Dang it. I didn't know. I didn't know I didn't collect the ring. Okay. So, we need to go do the Dread Cellar. Preferably on Veteran. I didn't even think about it. But I really would like to use Rush of Agony. So... And we need it to be on the jewelry and the weapons. It's just kind of how it has to be. We're going to have one medium piece. But that's okay. This is going to be a miserable queue, by the way. Like, it's going to take 6 hours to get here. To do one run of Dread Cellar. Because we're going to queue as a DD right now. Or could I be a werewolf? Do you think I could tank it as a werewolf? Because our werewolf build is rather tanky. But it's not like... tanky. Like, it'll tank, but will it tank is the question.
Prices have never been better.
Let's try it. The AI list of dialogue given a certain scenario, and then the team decides which dialogue they want to go with. Why don't they just write their own friggin' dialogue? A bunch of lazy pricks. That upsets me a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. Like, that takes so much, like, appreciation out of it. Like, I don't want to sound ungrateful, because I love the game still. But doesn't make me feel good about it. Why normal? Why would you do this? No, not normal. I hate this game sometimes. You know what? I'll wait. I didn't mean to click normal. I wish you could just take it out of the stinking game, bro. You queued too recently. Eat my friggin' butthole! I do need to stack malt, though. So let's go kill some things quick. We'll have to worry about, like, decorating our... Yeah, I didn't expect it to ready up that fast. I thought if we were searching for a very specific dungeon, it would take much longer. Let's hope that, this works okay.
Burn for Dagon!
Burn for Dagon!
Let me vermin in here!
I need a tank. Or I need a taunt. I'm apologizing to the team for sucking.
Take some alive! I want to torture them!
Mafia, good morning. Simon, you get out of here. You're not allowed to be here. We're playing Elder Scrolls Online. Not allowed to be here. Marvel Rivals is... Wait, Marvel's releasing a new fighting game, or Marvel Rivals is?
Keep them out of the prison!
You're fiending a Roblox game? What does that mean?
Enormous, Martis. Where do we even begin to search?
Why is my werewolf form falling so fast?
Try not to die too quickly!
Alright. I need to eat some bodies. Simon's gonna take number 1 now. You think so? Yeah, what? He just got here. How'd he do that? How'd you do that? Wait a minute. Simon, how did you take number 1? Marvel token fighting souls? Teammates, kill these fools! Yeah, sorry, I had to lock it in for a minute. As long as I can properly tank this, I think we're gonna be just fine. I got boots.
That creature. Is it feeding on these? No. There's too much gathered here for this to be some Daedra's dinner. More likely, the Dremora were
What
using
even
that
is
creature
this
to draw
power,
out this
Martis? It
energy.
makes me want to curl up and die.
All right, please don't let me fall out of werewolf form. I was just trying to communicate with the teammates. The more I play the werewolf, the more I feel strongly about it. So, like, it should really be a toggle. I don't like the way that you fall out of werewolf form. I think it makes werewolf form less desirable. Members get priority over non-members? You're a member. You're both members. And you did
Another
pass it.
vessel.
I'm so confused on that. I don't know.
Power before the waking flame!
Okay. Our healer's not really doing an amazing job, I'm not gonna lie. But, it's okay. It's fine. Alright, we're moving. You telling me about Black Ops 7? How many Black Ops games are there?
For the glory of Lord Dagon!
Black Ops 7? Black Ops 69, bro. There's just too many of them. They need to stop.
More of the cult's designs.
You said protected.
They're mixing the stories of Black Ops 2 and 6. So you're telling me that they are too lazy to come up with an actual story? That they're just gonna start combining the old ones together? That's what I heard. I don't know what everybody else heard, but that's what I heard. Once Sims gets his Sims. Once Simon gets his new 150 cap, he'll pass you. Yeah, but he just got here. That's what I'm saying. I thought it was based off of time. Or maybe I just don't understand it at all. I thought it was specifically based off of how long you've been here.
Is that you, Martus? I thought you'd lost your appetite for screams.
A battle mage? Martis, you know him?
Whatever you've gotten yourself involved in, Cernan, it ends here.
Do you know what it's like to beg for
Do
death?
you know what it's
I'll show
like to be the bad man?
Sleeping and you'll be fine.
To be the bad guy. What? They're done trying to bring back Mason. I guess we've only been streaming for an hour though, Rad. I was thinking it would have been longer for some reason.
Focus on Tyranid. I won't let this thing near you.
I see you still have some hope left. I'll crush it into the wine of despair.
He's gathered a massive amount of energy.
What happened? I took 60,000 damage like 4 minutes after he hit me.
Die so quickly.
What's up, Graham? Hello, sir. Disney's
We
getting a
have
swing from
catching
Marvel
up to do.
actors now. I don't care. Simon, I love you, but these conversations hurt my freaking brain. That stuff, that stuff is so. Why do you fill your mind with these things?
I'll handle the astronauts. Killed that damn
How is that
thing.
interesting? Like. Ernesto, good night to you. Well, dude, all this this gossip about Marvel Rivals, and I can only take so much of it, dude. Ooh, okay. Not having a healer is not gonna work. Man, I don't know what R6 is, but if it's got anything to do with Ubisoft, I have a feeling like
If
I
you
really
don't get up, I'm
no, it
taking
doesn't
your
interest
stuff.
me either. Like, dude, it's so greasy, it's so slimy and gross. Like all this stuff with the movies, with Hollywood, like. It's just a mess in my mind. Like I don't. It's the same reason I don't watch the news. It's the same reason I don't entertain politics. It's the same. Like there's so much going on there that I'm like I don't want it. I don't want it in my mind, man. There's so many other things that I could like fill my mind with that are so much more valuable, or productive, or enjoyable. I just don't want any of that stuff. You know what I mean? I thought Rainbow Six Siege was like the only thing that they had going for them, though. Possibly buy your first motorcycle in like 7 hours. Oh my goodness! See, that's exciting. That's actually super exciting. I hope you're safe about it. I'm assuming you got your license. For Honor's the only thing they have going for them. Let's be honest, man. For Honor's been pretty much dead for a very long time. They really don't do anything for that game at all. There's just like, it's people that like For Honor that stick around with it. That's about it. There's like no new players coming to For Honor. There's nobody coming back to For Honor that used to play. It's like, unless you've been playing it this whole time, you might drop in for like a day or two. But other than that, I don't think For Honor's got a lot going for it. It's a good game, but I think that the player base is like dwindling horribly. Like there's hardly anybody playing that game. Although there's probably still more people playing that than there are playing Assassin's Creed Shadows. They're trying to bring a new Siege game called Siege 6. I did hear something about that. Somebody mentioned it. But I don't really know anything about it myself. This is a waste of time, by the way, sitting here in this dungeon.
I can still hear all their screams.
Keep scraping and you'll be fine!
Why so glum, Marthas? Aren't you pleased to know I turned all that pointless suffering into something greater?
You've always had a special place of loathing in my heart, Cyril.
Claw over yourselves for an escape. Can you feel it? The palpable dread?
Let me handle the big rock. You worry about him.
Too small.
I can't believe we just did that without a healer.
He was responsible for this nightmarish place. You were responsible for this place.
That has no bearing on this mission.
We just killed another battle mage. Someone you knew.
I feel like Ubisoft, why would they do that? Why would they, I mean, I know why they're doing it, but like, is it gonna work? I just can't see that working. Making a new Siege game. I feel like the amount of people that play Siege aren't real. Like, the people that play Siege, are they really interested in a new Siege? Or do they just want to play Siege? Because I kind of feel like maybe they just want to play Siege and they don't really care about a new game. But I don't know. I'm not in the Siege demographic, so I'm not sure. Funny thing is, 6 Siege X is nothing like 6 Siege, so it's not the same game. It's not like the next Siege game. What do you mean is nothing like it?
Much stronger down here.
Whoever could have guessed? How could you ever have participated in this wanton cruelty?
Man. I just want the Rush of Agony set.
Heal me!
The game is the same, it just has a different name. I don't understand. You just said they were nothing like, or nothing alike. How are they the same game? Yeah, I don't know what that other pillar bag there is gonna do if it stays up. I've never like gone through here and not killed those pillars. So we'll see how that goes. There's always... Oh, sorry. I misread it. I apologize, Simon. I read it backwards. It's just like Six Siege, nothing different. Gotcha.
Let this world be shattered, for the glory of Mehrunes Dagon! Dance in this destruction, children of the Deadlands! The stone bleeds! Lord Dagon's fire!
It's reaching out to another of those stones. I can feel it. I think I can get you there. Use this. The energy is dissipating. Take this portal back to the Cataclysm. That thing isn't defeated just yet.
Okay. We're getting there. Just trying to revive my teammate game.
The legions of Lord Dagon will overwhelm you!
Can't hold on much longer.
Cast you into the earth's fiery maw!
Teammates. I was doing alright. After Ultron, nothing new. Gears of War Reloaded is coming. I heard about that too. That's cool, I think. I don't know. Gears of War is one of those series that I always thought would be neat to play, but I just kept overlooking it, and I never really got into it. crap.
I can sense where it's drawing its power from. Take this portal and stop it.
Why do they keep dying, man? Am I gonna destroy Ghosts of Yotai?
I'm not doing this without you.
Ah! I don't know. I would like to. DLC's Eliza P? Definitely not. That's a for sure. Nah, I ain't going back to that one. I liked Liza P a lot. It was quite a good game. But it just it's not enough. It's not enough for me to go back to it. For goodness sake, dude.
It's drawing power from another stone. Use
Remember earlier when I was talking about, like, I don't rage? I don't freak out, I don't rage, I don't get angry over games and nothing, I'm such a chill guy. I'm not kidding! I freaking can't handle it!
Lure it to the light. You've cut that thing off from its power. Use this to get back to the cataclysm.
Dance in this destruction, children of the Deadlands!
We had a teammate leave. A bunch of friggin' worthless. Dude.
You're too tough to go out like this.
Oh, that upsets me. I hate when people leave. I really do. Man, there's nothing worse than having a bunch of teammates cry and scream like little girls, and then when they can't do it, they leave. It's like, dude, you cannot get better unless you try. Like, if you just rage quit every time, you're never gonna make any progress towards improvement. PS5 state of play was dry. I know, you don't gotta tell me, dude. Seriously, you don't have to say anything. You don't have to tell me about it. I'm fully aware that PS5 freaking sucks, bro. I didn't even know there was a state of play.
Ready to try
but
something new?
I didn't need to. Alright, we're gonna try this a different way. Dude, shame on game players. Shame on these fake gamers. I think I need to go... I honestly feel like I need to go Oaken Soul just for the protections on the build. I feel like protections would be really valuable here. Although I don't have a proper heal. I'll tell you what. Let's go Markins. We'll get some armor from it. We'll get a little bit of damage. It's not going to be as tanky as it was before, but we'll have access to our heal in the back bar. It's going to be like a 40-hour queue, though. We'll never get into a dungeon. You know what the crazy part is that people queue as DDs for dungeons like that. They wait the entire time. They sit there and they queue. They might take freaking 4 hours to get into their dungeon queue. And when they do, they leave. They just leave. They like, what a freaking awful community. Bro. No. You need to have some form of perseverance. You gotta have like some like fortitude mentally to stay in the dungeon, bro. Like if you leave a dungeon like that, you should be severely punished, more than just like a 10-minute ban from queuing. You like, I'm not even joking, it should be like a 72-hour server removal. You should not be able to log in if you do that kind of stuff to your teammates as a repeated offender. There's one thing like if you like have to leave, if there's an emergency or something. There's one thing if you like your power goes out. It's one thing like there's reasons why that would be understandable. But if you're a repeated offender, if you're one of those people that just leaves dungeon after dungeon after dungeon, because I know you're out there, I know you are. Don't come back. Go play normal mode.
Another adventurer. If you've come looking for salt rice, you'll have better luck in the market. A slim harvest, you know, and we're a bit short-handed at the moment. My son, Sathan, has gone missing, you see. You haven't run into him, have you?
Afraid not, no. Sorry.
Wouldn't I? I gave up work as a financier in Balmora for a chance at the simple life. I love it
I hope
here.
so, Mafia.
But my wife, she struggles with the agrarian life. We'd jump at the chance to leave, believe me. But not before finding our boy.
I'll find him.
Yes, in an instant.
Well, I'll find him. Simon, what do you mean a fight stick? They introduced the first wireless fight stick, custom designed by PlayStation. That's all because for to play Marvel Token. What? What does that mean? That would be cool if they did the OG James Bond games, but I'm sure they'll put like a bunch of battle passes and crap in it. Like it won't be actually a decent game. Like, unfortunately, like, cause there's a, you know, back in those days, those games are very nostalgic, right? Although they're incredibly simplistic, they're very old games. Like there's not a lot going on mechanically for them, graphically, but they hold a very special place in people's hearts, and they know. Sony knows that they can capitalize on that nostalgia. They can capitalize on the love and appreciation for those series by like cramming a bunch of like microtransactions and things like that in it. So they'll, if I had to guess, they'll create one of the most low effort recreations of it that they could ask for. And what's going on here? Oh, and they'll like completely shat all over the name of that franchise. That's my assumption as to what happens. If it's not what happens, if it actually ends up really good, then hell yeah, man. Like, more power to it. I love the idea of that. But unless I see a prime example of it not being complete garbage, I'm going to immediately just assume it's complete garbage.
You're going to regret this.
The fight stick, like for the arcade fighting games? What? Like the... I don't understand. Is it like a Joy-Con? Hold on. I'm looking it up. What is that, bro? That can't be right. Is that right? What is that, dude? That's a keyboard and mouse, dog. With less buttons. That's what that is. That dude, can you all right, hear me out. I'm not trying to be all negative today, but hear me out. Imagine all of the like joy, whatever you want to call this, the Hori fighting stick alpha. Imagine all the fight sticks that are going to be snapped in half when like somebody rages from Tekken. Sony's doing that. Good for them, I guess. I'm sure they'll make some money, I guess. I don't know.
Hey,
I don't see that being profitable. But I don't know. It's just me. Who knows? Like, it does kind of bring you back to like back in the days type situation for gaming. It puts you back a little bit, but I don't think there's anything that's gonna replace like standing at an arcade game. Like standing at an arcade game with the genuine, and it's not gonna be like the same feel either. Like there's a very specific feeling that you get from like the controls on an arcade game like that. I just don't know if they can replicate that from like a little pad that you put on your desk. The problem I think is that a lot of it's like movement and momentum, and with that little pad, like there's no stability to it. There's no foundation. Like part of the atmosphere of that is that it's attached to a big machine that is like basically bolted to the ground with gravity. Like I don't know if they can replicate that in a wireless portable way, but maybe they could. I don't know. Maybe it'll end up being really cool, but I could see a lot of people snapping those things in half, dude.
Someone without wings and razor-sharp teeth. There's a sight for sore eyes.
Yeah, your parents sent me, dude.
That's me, Sathan Rendo, explorer extraordinaire. My parents are worried. Typical. My mother barely trusts me to push a broom, let alone investigate a ruin. Of course, things could be better. I've attracted the attention of some winged twilights.
What you mean attracted?
Every time I try to make my escape, they swoop down on my head. Not to hurt me, mind you. They just sort of tussle my hair with their claws and push me back into the ruins, cooing all the while. I think they see me as some kind of pet.
I'll distract them. You make a run for it.
A daring escape. You'll have to slay.
Let's go. This way.
The matriarch is coming. Be careful.
Chill out.
Or run straight back to Voss.
Buddy, it's dead. Let's go. It's for a Marvel game, so people are going to try to buy the controller. I mean, yeah, of course there's going to be people out there that buy it. But I don't think it's going to be revolutionary. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. It's like, I don't think it's going to like massively shift the flow of gaming. It's not like everybody's going to like put their controllers away and trade them out for fight sticks. You know, does that make sense? I don't know. Like, without a doubt, there's going to be people that buy it. People buy everything, dude. There's a koozie for your beer can that has a fishing line attached to it. Where's my crit at, dude? I feel like I'm never critting. Why am I only at 55.9%? Why can't I crit? I feel like I'm literally never getting crits. Compared to what I was like early on in the build. What's going on here? Simon, are you talking about the Invincibles like the superheroes?
You came after me.
Cool.
You're getting as bad as Mother. I'm not a child.
Believe me, I'd rather be bagging our crop. But you know how your mother is. She won't give me a moment's peace.
Fine. I just need a breather.
What are we doing? I guess waiting for him to breathe, I guess.
There you are. Sorry to check up on you. I knew you had the situation well in hand, but Nineveh practically kicked me out. Said not to come back without Sathan. I'm glad I won't be going back empty-handed.
He attracted the attention of some winged twilights, though.
Attracted the attentions? Never mind. I don't want to know. I'll miss this place, but Vec knows I'm not much of a farmer. I'm just glad I got to thank you in person. Your partner, Myrtis, already paid me for the deed to the property.
Yellow-blue costume guy. I have no idea what you mean by that. When you talk about the Invincibles, you're not talking about, like, the movie, The Invincibles. The guy, like, they wear the red suits. They've got a baby named Jack Jack. They're not talking about that? Because I don't know what yellow and blue is.
What? Oh dear. The fellow was very convincing. Caught me right before I set out to find Sathan. He wasn't much of a conversationalist, just paid me a hefty sum of gold and snatched up the deed. He set out toward Voss once we finished the sale.
Okay. I guess we're going there. I don't know what the Invincible game is then. I've never heard of it. What's this?
One more day. You mean to spend some time in Voss? I wouldn't linger if I were you. Savarak thinks we're little more than beasts. Cause any trouble, and his lackeys will put you in chains. Or a shallow grave.
Who is Savarak?
The new wizard magistrate. When Mistress Dratha fell ill, House Telvanni put Savarak in charge of Voss. It was all honey and orchids for a time, but not anymore. The people are desperate for Dratha to return. I'm beginning to lose hope.
Has anyone tried to do anything about it?
Openly? No. Some work against him in secret, but he sicks his black snail mercenaries on anyone who opposes him publicly.
Oh, you're right.
Believe me? Ask him yourself.
All right, we'll pay him a visit.
Keep your wits.
Sorry, Simon, you're right. That is the Incredibles. Not the Invincibles. What the heck's the Invincibles? Sorry, man. I don't know what I'm talking about.
What? I do hope
that's crazy.
My candor, but I must ask, what brings a bumbling outlander to my gathering house? Do you fancy yourself a Telvanni mage? No, I think not. You may take your leave. Immediately.
This guy's friggin' disrespectful.
Ah, I see the Noir is well informed. If you know that I am Savarak, you must also know that I rule Voss as its wizard magistrate. Do you bring me some petition, or is this just a social visit?
I'm pretty sure this word that he's using, the Noir, is some sort of racial slur.
Have a care how you speak, Outlander. It is true that certain of Voss's citizens have struggled during this period of transition, but I'm hardly to blame. They've taken Dratha's illness very hard. It's led to idleness and crude insubordination.
So it's true. You're abusing the people of Voss.
Someone has to. Dratha's mouth, Lane Sardry, refuses to assist me. She just lurks by her mistress's bedside in Tel Mora, scheming and fomenting unrest. People in crisis require a firm hand. If that offends your gentle sensibilities, move on.
Can't we just kill him? I feel like there's an answer to everything through killing people. Alright, hold on. Let's finish this other quest first. Before we get to investing in that one.
Here's the deal, Jerissa. Well, if it isn't my favorite
Deal
loose
with
end,
them loose ends.
time to tie it up.
Okay. So we killed a hobo? Oh, I don't... We're not quite ready to go all the way down there, are we? Let's just finish this quest then. Or at least do what we can. Simon, should I look up the Invincibles? Too? Should I try to figure out what that is? Because I don't know what you're talking about with the blue and the yellow costume. I don't think I've ever heard of it. I mean, maybe I have and I just don't know. I don't know, I feel like I've never really been big on superheroes of any kind, dude. They don't really interest me. I have no idea who that is. I know who this is. I know this guy. Like I know his face, but I think he's an actor. And they've just like replicated his face. I've never seen that in my life. I have no idea what that is. I don't know. It's just some jacked dude wearing spandex, dude. As all superheroes are to me. I don't know. I wish I would get more excited about it because I feel like there's such a massive market for superheroes and everybody seems to love it so much, but I just could never get into any kind of superhero stuff. Like I watched The Invincibles or The Incredibles, whatever they're called. I've watched Spider-Man, I've watched Iron Man, I've watched the Hulk, but it's just alright. Like, I'm like, oh, cool, that was nice. And that's like the end of my experience with superheroes, man.
Impressive. I'm Lane Sadri, mouth to the glorious Mistress Drotha. What is it you want, Outlander?
I've come to discuss the situation in Voss.
The situation? The catastrophe, more like. Savarak and his black snail mercenaries are strangling the life out of that town. I do what I can, but Savarak has the support of the council. My hands are firmly tied. You, on the other hand...
how can I help?
Savarak won the support of the council shortly after my mistress fell ill. I've always known him to be clever and enterprising, but all this wealth and muscle, that's new. Despots rule with swords and coin. Savarak has an abundance of both.
Do you know where where the gold and mercenaries are coming from, though?
I don't, but I think we can find some answers in Savarak's manse. He's turned the old Berino house into a palace and a fortress. If you break in and find some evidence of corruption, I might be able to turn the council against him.
Alright, we'll do what we can. Mafio, you should be ashamed of yourself. What's wrong with you, dude? What y'all doing today? You guys are just trying to upset me, aren't you? You can't come in here saying that you've been playing Roblox for like freaking 12 hours and then not expect me to make fun of you for it. I'm just kidding. Whatever floats your boat, my man. You've been growing a garden? In Roblox? Why don't you grow a real garden? Or like, play Minecraft, dude. That's cooler. I got a lockpick out of that? That's worthless. Oh. Oh, now I got a bounty. I really don't care about all these drinks, but this is a nice wine room. Oh my goodness. There's a lot of drink going on in there. You thought it was so lame too, and then you gave it a shot? Dude, I've heard people talk about that. They've said that like, oh yeah, Roblox, I thought it was stupid too, and then I played it, and I'm like, this is gonna be one of those things that I'll probably die on that hill. There's a lot of things that I'm willing to eat my words about. There's so many times in life where I've been like, you know what? I was wrong. Roblox, on the other hand, I don't care if I'm wrong. I'm dying on that hill, dude. I'm not interested in it. That's just, you can grow massive plants and have a bee that looks like a dog. Wow! A bee that looks like a dog? You play it with your daughter. Well, it's different when you're playing it with your child. It's, yeah, you can play Roblox with your kid. You can do anything with your kid, man. You can sit there and wear a pink dress and drink fake tea all day with you, as long as it's with your kid. But if you sit in a pink dress as a grown man in your own home by yourself and you pretend to drink tea, I'm just saying, it's not really that cool. Alright, hold on. I gotta freaking continue to eat these things. I'm burning through these little, what are the counterfeit pardons. I'd like to find out how we can get more. I think they come from the Thieves Guild Trove boxes. Simon, are you telling me that you play Roblox just so that you can scam children into buying things? Because I thought Mafia should be ashamed of himself, but I would imagine that maybe you should be more shameful of yourself. All dudes in California are pissed after that statement? Are you talking about sitting in a pink dress?
Well,
What are you gonna do? Can't please everybody, I guess. Not everybody's gonna be happy with the things that you say.
You're back? I admit I didn't expect you to return. Forgive me. It's hard to know who to trust these days. It seems you actually do mean to help us. Did you find anything?
Simon, we know that you talk a lot about Call of Duty and Marvel Rivals as a front. We know that you just sit there and play Roblox and Minecraft all day. You don't have to lie to us, man. That's okay.
Honestly, what kind of idiot leaves this many documents lying about? Still nothing about my mistress's illness. Damn. Well, what do we know? House Halalo is bankrolling Savarak's operation. His wealth and mercenaries arrive via Selville Island.
And one of his subordinates is supposed to attend a secret meeting.
Right. With someone named Narondus, yes? The Halalu's hatchet man here in Voss, no doubt. If they're using passphrases, they must not know each other by name or by face. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I could try to meet with him instead.
Exactly.
Yeah, alright.
Find Narondus near the wharf and use this passphrase. I'll have the few house guards still loyal to Mistress Strotha make sure no one approaches. We don't want the real contact to muck things up.
Alright.
Learn what you can, then make a swift exit.
Gotcha. Simon, what's this game about? Sandland? Sandland. I've never heard of that either. You like the power washing simulator? Oh, dude. I was just making fun of people that play power washing simulator the other day. Should we revisit this conversation? I was thinking about it. I forget how it got brought up, but I thought about it for a minute and I realized like how ridiculous it is to play a game of power washing. Like, why pay for a game to digitally power wash something when you can get more satisfactory and get paid to do real power washing in real life? Like, cause I don't know if you've ever actually power washed anything in real life, but it's unbelievably satisfying. Like, it's a fun thing to do. You can get paid to do it, and it's way more satisfactory. Like, you actually get to see real results instead of just like the screen turns black and you transition to another screen.
It's about fetching
You know what
time.
I mean?
Well,
I can't understand it. Look, man, I'm all about more power to you. Like, you freaking power wash on your screen all day if you want. Like, it doesn't hurt my feelings like some things do. Like like Mafia playing Roblox, that kind of hurts my feelings. But I'm just saying, you could like go get paid to power wash. That's way cooler, dude.
but the stench remains.
You can make YouTube videos about it too, and make even more money
Always
off of
late.
that.
Our plot to kill Dratha proceeds at a snail's pace. I blame myself, in part. Telmora's fungal growth has proven to be more resilient to the toxin than I expected.
So you were planning to poison him?
Of course we are! To release lethal spores!
Oh, it's
What
free
moon
for you?
sugar cart did they drag you out of?
I mean,
I'm near to
is it
finishing
though?
the new toxin, but I need to know the current status of the infection. Examine the deceased nodule at the tower's base and report back.
So, Simon, tell me this. Riddle me this, Batman. Is it free because nobody else is playing the game? Is it free because they can't get anybody to buy it? Do they have to give the game away for free because it sucks?
Why would Vox
Maybe.
attack her own
Possibly.
people
I'm just saying. It's an option. Also, it's not really free. You do give the game your time. And time, my friend, is not free. Nah, dude, if you like it, by all means, rip up that power washing simulator. I don't get it, though. Like, I've never played the power washing simulator myself, so maybe I shouldn't, like, judge it before trying it. I will judge Roblox all day, but I will not judge power washing simulator. It's free because no one's buying it. Yeah, I thought so. Like, it's kind of like Nintendo turning around and being like, $80 please, $80 please. Yes, all these games, $80 please. Like, it's like that, you know? It's like, nobody wants to pay that much money for something like that. Like, you really want to pay $60 or $80 for Power Washing Simulator? Definitely not. Some people might, though. Alright, I can make this jump. I don't need to. So, to become a tank, we must get this set. I'm just thinking about this dungeon. You can't do the dungeon unless you're a tank, and you can't be a tank unless you do the dungeon. Like, that's kind of what I'm getting here. It's my understanding of this situation with the queue. Is that you can't be a tank without the set, and you can't get the set without being a tank. I don't know. But this queue is gonna be, I feel like, how long have we been? Okay, we've been in the queue for a half hour. That's nothing. It's nothing. It's gonna be like another 6 hours for the queue to pop. I just, ooh. I'm upset at our teammates for leaving.
You still have your head on your shoulders, so it can't have gone all that poorly. Did you manage to learn anything?
The tower's fungal growth is killing Dratha. Savarik and Halalalu poisoned it.
What? Those fetching bastards!
Yeah.
The answer was right here the whole time. Mistress, forgive me. Look, I'm no slouch when it comes to magic, but fungal infections are well outside my area of expertise. You'll have to find Menwendel, our herbalist.
She lives in a mushroom? What do you mean?
She established a small nursery beside the tower. With any luck, she'll be there. If not, ask her assistant, Grey Skies.
Alright. We'll ask her assistant. Okay, no joke. Wait 30 minutes. Wait, you no joke. Wait 30 minutes after. Wait, excuse me. I can't read or speak today. That was what the title of today's stream was supposed to be representing. It was just gibberish. It was meant to represent me just choking on my freaking tongue, dude. I no joke wait after 30 minutes and then leave and re-queue. And it pops almost immediately. Yeah, I guess that could work if you're grouped with some. I don't know, man. I don't know what the trick is. Let's try it again. But queuing as a DD though, because like I don't have a proper tank build, and like I could tank that dungeon as a werewolf if our teammates aren't friggin' retarded, but that's the problem, is finding teammates that aren't retarded. You can't write either. We're a great pair, dude. We're freaking combo wombo up in this his out.
There's someone there. Please help me. Down here.
Let's just cross our fingers that the teammates aren't retarded. How's that? Scales off your max health. This one's cheaper. Let's take Radiant Ward. Major Resolve. Do I get Major Resolve from the Oaken Soul? I do. Tell you what, let's just throw this on the bar. Let's just be a tank. How's that?
Short.
It'll just be like a 1-bar tank build, but we can be a werewolf if we want to.
It's you. Hist be praised. Savarak set those black snail thugs on us. A half-dozen of them. I tried to... Sorry, just... Let me catch my breath.
It's alright, what's his face?
They took her. She didn't make it easy. Bit one of their ears off and broke a flask over another one's face.
Goodness.
But in the end, they were just too much for her. The leader kept shouting not to kill her. Said someone named Narandas needed her alive.
Which way'd they go?
I heard one of them mention a hideout along the coast. There are a few old pirate dens south of here. Maybe they've claimed one. Manwendel knows more about the fungal towers than anyone. Hist only knows what they have planned for her.
Okay, let's rock and roll. And to reiterate, I feel like maybe I was being a bit insensitive when I called my teammates retarded. I don't mean it, like, actually. What I mean is that it's incredibly friggin' disrespectful to the rest of your team to just, like, leave the dungeon. It's not about being bad, right? Everybody's got to learn at one point. Like, everybody's got to, like, start somewhere. You got to learn the mechanics. You got to get better somehow.
Martis,
but
we aren't prepared
what
for
I'm
this.
saying is that you'll
If a few
never become
cultists
any
are too much
better
for you,
ever. You'll never
just
improve
give
if you
up
do
on
not
this
try
fire.
to do so.
Consider
And that
a
is the
lesson
theme
in keeping
for some
them
reason.
dry.
You won't disturb the Lord's ambition.
The theme is like nobody wants to try. Oh, I have a lot of magic abilities. Like, so many that I won't be able to sustain them.
Burn for Dagon. Where do we even begin to search?
I should probably take the sword and shield taunt.
Feel the aberrant energies if you just focus.
This debris, I feel it. Gods, I wish I couldn't. tying my gut in knots.
Keep clearing the path ahead.
Oh, okay. Sure. All those. Saps, what up, dude? Good morning. You think the title's perfect? Good. Good. I'm glad you appreciate it. Nice, dude. I think we can do this. As long as nobody freaks out and leaves, we're gonna be just fine.
There's too much gathered here for
It's all about teamwork, man. You gotta stick together. I mean, I guess you can solo stuff like this.
Want to curl up and die.
here. To be expected.
What we got going on today? Well, we hit level 50 on the Herald of the Tome skill tree.
It almost looks mechanical.
So, I'd like to start working on the tank build, but I realized that I don't have all the pieces for the tank armor that I wanted. So we're going after that. And also, like, working on the side quest in Vvardenfell still, in the meantime.
Another vessel. But this one is
Save one for the master to torture!
They're drawing it out of the thread itself.
Nice. That's so annoying being pulled like that.
More of the cult's designs.
You said protected.
Kill!
Come looking for crates.
Stop it from draining that vessel!
Ugh, got away.
Die for Dagon's glory!
Be cool if you could see your teammates like health and magic and stamina bars too. I'm sure there's a mod for that. I wouldn't be surprised. But that'd be really neat.
Is that you, Martis? I thought you'd lost your appetite for screams.
A battle mage? Martis, you know him?
Whatever you've gotten yourself involved
I can manage this pile of
It
overexcited
ends
trouble
here.
myself.
I see you still have some hope left. I'll crush it into the wine of despair.
Be ready to shoot quickly!
What did you say? Get ready to juke quickly. I died. Somehow. I don't know how I died. 60,000 damage. Lightning rod slam. I never saw it. He might have done a heavy attack on me, but regardless, I died like 10 seconds after I feel like I should have.
Drown in their fear!
Question, gonna make a new character, what race slash... What? What happened? What happened? I don't understand. Oh no, dude. That was a really bad time for me to die too. Alright, they don't need a tank. I don't even know why I'm here. Shame on me, dude. He hit me with the same ability, but I never saw it. Maybe, I don't know, I was reading chat, so maybe that was my problem. But I swear on my life I never saw what he did.
I wasn't expecting to find anyone still here.
You're gonna make a new character. What class slash race should you be? This is for fun, by the way. Okay, so what is fun to you, though? Right? Because fun is different to everybody. That's the question you should be asking yourself. Do you want to be a damage? Do you want to be a tank? Do you want to be... Well, like, what are you interested in? Because that is what you should be after. If you want damage, I feel like Khajiit's the best. Very well-rounded, like, is what I mean by the best. Khajiit does very well with, like, they've got extra health for survivability. They have crit damage passives. Like, they're good. They're just very well-rounded damage classes. Whereas, like, if you want to be a tank, maybe a Nord or something like that is a little bit more up your alley. If you want to be a mage, there's, like, Breton or, what else is good for mages? Sorcerer? Or, not sorcerer. High elf, sorry.
The torturous energies.
Okay, so you want to go damage?
Much stronger.
Can't wait to get on that fishing grind. Get out of here, dude. Don't even start with me. Tanks. Yeah, tank is stressful. It's because there's a lot of weight on your shoulders as a tank and a healer. Like, you have a lot of responsibility as one of those positions. And, yeah, I get it. It is stressful. It's frustrating when you're like, when you're doing a good job, but your teammates aren't. Because it's not just you, it's a full team effort, right? So, if you're going true damage, it depends on what you want to go after. Like, if you want to be specifically magic, you can do that. Magic would be like high elf, I think, is probably the best option for full magic. And then you've got the Khajiit, which is, like I said, well-rounded. It can be both. And then there's other options too. I forget what they are off the top of my head though.
Daedra are pouring their energy into that machine.
There are more of them coming.
You've only done magic damage, really? Try the other one.
Hold them back. Stop that thing!
Let this world be shattered for the glory of Mehrunes Dagon.
If you've ever done magic damage, I recommend going stamina.
The legions of Lord Dagon will overwhelm you.
Stamplar? That's what I'm running, generally. Well, I love the Stamplar, dude. It's a lot of fun. Do you know what class you want to go? Because that definitely makes an impact.
I will drink this well of agony dry.
I've located the source it's tapped into. Take this portal and deal with it.
I mean, if you want to be a Templar... Oh, I guess with subclassing, it doesn't really matter what class you want to be. I didn't really think about it.
Good work. Back to the front line.
Dance in this destruction, children of the Deadlands.
Yeah, we lost a teammate and that kind of threw things for a loop. Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Quench the Earth's hunger with your bones. This is but a taste of the scorching Deadlands. I will drink this well of agony dry.
It's reaching out to another of those stones. I can feel it. I think I can get you there. Use this.
Where'd our teammate go? There he is. Okay, we're doing fine. You're on Xbox, so you gotta wait? Yeah, but it's not that much longer.
The legions of Lord Dagon will overwhelm you. Come, earth and fire. Obey!
Yeah, I know I'm not holding this guy like super still, But please give me a ring. Gosh dang it, I got a great sword.
Didn't think we were going to survive that. Nearly didn't.
So long as this awful place remains, what's to say they won't try again?
It looks
Man,
like
I literally, I just need a
survive
ring.
producing that abomination.
I could do without everything else.
Divines.
I can make it happen.
Martis, what you've done is unforgivable. I won't be returning to the battle spire with you.
Everybody left.
I won't be returning at all.
Everybody left without saying anything. I just want a
You're one of the
ring.
most
I was
promising
begging the
candidates
team.
in
I was like,
Spire.
please,
You can
please,
take
I'm looking
another
for
mentor.
Russia Agony, and
If this
all
is
of
what
them
it means
ignored
to be
me.
a part of the spire, I want nothing to do with it.
Oh, oh, dude. We finally get through a dungeon and my teammates just run out. Why? Why can't I just get the ring? I have done that dungeon an incredible amount of times, and it just does not seem to want to give me the ring. Alright, we're gonna try again. And again, and again, and again. We're gonna keep going until we get this freaking dang darn stinking ring. So, okay, Saps, I would say one thing to consider for your next class, even though it's going to be subclassing soon and you're going to have access to essentially everything at once on any character, I would say your class mastery is something you should consider, for sure. Because your class mastery and any armor that's going to be coming from the Infinite Archive, that is going to be reliant on your actual base class. So, and obviously you need like at least one ability from your base class, or one skill tree, I guess, from your base class. So like, keep that in mind. If you want to focus primarily on beams, it's really nice to be a Arcanist just for the class mastery, because you get a free Crux build-up every 5 seconds or something like that. What else is there? I don't know. Stuff like that. It's just something to consider. Like, as a Templar, you can obviously take the Templar trees from anywhere else. But with that being said, the Templar's class mastery is not amazing. It's just a little bit of weapon and spell damage and some armor. It's nothing like super special. It's good. It is good. It's not like it's bad. But it's not incredibly amazing. It does double the bonus, though, if you're inside of one of your passives. You ever played the Arcanist? The Arcanist is fun too, man. It goes stamina. To be honest, I don't think the class really changes according to like whatever you play. I think the flow and feel of the Arcanist is the exact same for stamina versus magic, is what I'm trying to say, excuse me. Whereas things like the Templar do feel very different according to your element, or your, whatever, your resource. I can't speak, dude. So yeah, I don't know, the Dragon Knight's a lot of fun too. As a DPS, the Dragon Knight's really cool. They're all fun, man. It's really hard to make up a decision there. And I would say just go with something you've never played before. Like, whatever you do, just try to branch out. Try something new. The Nightblade's a lot of fun for DPS. The Warden is, in my opinion, the Warden's a little bit less fun. I think the Warden is more fun as a tank or a healer than a DPS, but it's still good.
This one's mine.
The Necro's a ton of fun. I love a stamina Necro, dude. If you haven't used the stamina Necro yet, I would suggest that. Oh, I missed my objective. Good question, question mark? What do you mean?
Back, you imp-faced brute! I have moldy bread and I'm not afraid to use it. Wait,
I see that.
I've seen
Gross.
you before. Oh, sorry about the imp face thing. Your face is really quite... I don't know. Never mind. I'm glad you're here. I was just preparing to make my escape.
Yeah, of course it's a good
Should
question
be a
to
lot
ask.
easier now. Why are you here anyway?
I think there's any bad questions, man. Nightblade Health just feeds your group resources. You could. You could do that. Oh, well, he said he wants to play a DD, though. So, I don't know if that's, like, the best way to go with it, but, yeah, you could do that. I think a Nightblade healer would be a lot of fun.
Well, that's gross. Looks like it was stitched to the lowest stalk. But these striae... Oh no, it's the spores! The growth fence spores into the tower that... Never mind. I think I can help Dratha, but I need a sample of the toxin they used. Narandus is hiding in here somewhere. If you deal with him, these brutes will scatter like roaches under a lantern. Now, I can make it back to Voss on my own. You give these bastards a good drubbing, find that toxin, and meet me back at Tel Mora.
A drubbing. Alright, we'll drub them. You know what I'd like to do is make a healer as well. This is gonna come later. Obviously the tank build is gonna be first, but I'd like to get my hands on some healing set pieces and then use the healer to essentially just like feed resources, like you said. Like, so what I think would be a lot of fun would be, I don't know what the set piece is called, but there's a mythic that essentially like every time you ult, instead of like giving you an ultimate, it just divides your ultimate between your teammates. It just gives it to them. So I want to try something like that. I think that could be really cool.
Meddler! Imposter! You won't leave this cabin alive!
Picking up a lot from you lately. It's paying off.
You think a stamina necro dark elf sounds fun? Yeah, you could do that. For sure. I would say that the necro is kind of weird though.
Of course you
It's different. It's not like weird in a bad way. It's different than the other classes and how it flows. But once you get a feel for it, dude, it is really fun. Am I cute as a tank? What up with this dungeon, dude? Symphony of Blades and Arcasis? Tough name. Yeah, you could do that. For sure. There's another really good one, though. The new craftable set's freaking crazy good. I guess you can't use that yet because it's not out for console, but it, you know, like I said, it'll be available in a couple of days. But the new craftable set, it increases your direct damage done to adds. So like just monsters, right? It's not for like damage over time, and it's not for PvP. Sorry. I have this. I have resistances on. Do I have all my points put into health? No. I should. Actually, is there a... That's not really a way shrine nearby. I was gonna go do that. I should really... If I'm gonna actually be tanking with this build, I should put all those points into health. And then I should also repair my armor, because it's gonna break soon.
There you are! I gave Mistress Dratha some chokeweed bitters to slow the effect of the spores, but this is like binding a troll's hands with fishing twine. Did you bring the toxin sample I asked for? I can't brew an antidote without it.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. I'll get to work on this right away. Oh, one other thing. Lane took off toward Vos with a handful of guardsmen. I think they mean to arrest that Guar's ass, Savarik. She might need your help.
Alright.
If you find that oath...
We'll find her. Alright. Depending on where this takes me, I might just go to Grotwood quick. Right here.
Savarik's gone. Damn that slippery bastard. We tossed his manse, the gathering house, the wharf. We turned the whole damn town upside down and nothing. He can't have just vanished. What did we miss?
What about the shipping notice I found on the manse? Something about Selville Island.
Of course, his black snail mercenaries have been resupplying there. That must be where he's headed. Selville Island is just east of the tower. If he manages to get away, I'll never forgive myself. It will take me too long to gather up all the town guards. I need you to go after him. Please, Sarah, make sure he doesn't board that ship.
Alright. Cool. Yeah, alright. Well, you know what? We're just gonna go to Grotwood quick. Because the queue could drop any second. Maybe. I feel like I'm missing something, though. Like, I feel like I'm doing more damage than I should be as a tank. I mean, obviously, I'm running, like, weird skill trees for tankiness. Or, like, we've got Adric Spear and Stormcalling and Gravelord. It's not, like, your average situation, I guess. I don't know, man. It'll work for now. No, is it this? We're at 35, almost 36,000 health now. That'll put us over 40. 40, almost 45,000? That's pretty good. That's actually a big deal. I could even take off, like, the werewolf ult. Just put the Colossus one for the extra damage for the teammates. But I feel like I have a much better time sustaining as a werewolf because of my my magic situation in the front bar.
Martis, we aren't prepared for this.
If a few cultists are too much for you, best give up on the spire. Consider that a lesson.
Feed them to the machine!
Nice, dude. We're gonna fly through this one.
Where do we even begin to search?
I hope. We'll see.
I've been wanting to try out these new barbs.
Start fishing, but pass out before you finish your beer. Dude, I understand exactly what you're talking about. Alright, I gotta keep an eye on this food. How's the night been? Night's been good, dude. It's actually like 6 o'clock in the morning almost, but things are going good, man. I hope you're good too. Actually, let's just eat the food now. Forget that 6 minutes. Can't complain. Good, man.
Ugh, what even is this power, Martis? It makes me want to curl up and die.
The cult has made itself at home here.
Brad, have you been going for the fishing achievements, or are you just doing it because?
Not yet. Another vessel. This one is drawing.
Die, 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 die!
Maybe I don't need a tank build. Maybe I could just use this to tank. As long as our healer is like on point, I feel fine. At least for, well, I guess if we do like hard modes and stuff, it's a different story.
Victory for the Crimson Oath!
Another of those monsters.
Stop it from draining that vessel.
Ugh, got away.
We stopped its harvesting at least. I feel far greater concentrations of this power ahead.
Save one for the master to torture!
I feel like 10k crits on this build is not what we should be hitting. We should be hitting so much lower. I guess my crit damage itself is fairly high though. think I'm at like 50 or 60%, which is
battle
pretty
mage?
decent.
Martis, you know him?
Whatever you've gotten yourself involved in, Cyrano, it ends here.
Can you feel it? The palpable dread?
Gathered a massive amount of energy!
Now, how did I die? For sure I was blocking. I know I was blocking. The lightning rod slam, sorry. It's just, it doesn't make any sense how I die.
Big some satisfaction knowing you damned your soul to oblivion. Cower and beg for release!
Whoa.
Do you know what it's like to beg for death? I'll show you. Stay light on your feet! It's about to make you dance! Your problem is you always think too small. You can't even imagine what the Prince of Ambition has planned.
No need to imagine when it ends here.
That's crazy. Got a helmet of the rushing agony. Great.
This nightmarish place. You were responsible for this place.
You said a DPS stam bash build that looks fun? I'd like to maybe do a bash build too. I think that would be a lot of fun. Saps, you might like that. Just for the sillies of it. You do map completion, not really loving the fishing, but you've already started it. You need a fishing costume? Yeah, good luck like putting together a costume. It's so hard to make a proper costume to like fit a theme in this game. Like there's a billion different like cosmetics and stuff, but I don't know why it's so tough to make an actual costume. I cannot do anything.
The torturous energies.
Like, I wanted to make a werewolf costume, but then I realized that the only werewolf stuff in the entire game that looks good is, like, purchasable through promotions or events, which means the crowd store. And that means you don't get it. Like, if it's not in the crowd store now, like, you have no idea when it's going to come back into rotation. Oh, yeah, it's a lot of fun making costumes. I agree. Another helmet of the rushing agony. Cool. This game is so disrespectful sometimes, dude. Like, all I need is the ring. My sticker book's loaded, by the way. Like, it's filled, almost. I've got almost everything, but I can't get the ring.
Let this world be shattered, for the glory of Meru's Dagon!
where it's drawing its power from. Take this portal and stop it. The energy is dissipating.
Oh, that was really quick.
This is but a taste of the scorching deadlands. I will cast you into the Earth's fiery maw.
I've located the source it's tapped into. Take this portal and deal with it.
What? Holy crap, dude. Maybe make a crazy HP tank. I mean, I could take set pieces that fortify your HP, but I think I'd prefer to build like a utility tank. It would be fun to have multiple tank builds though. It'd be interesting to see like just how much HP we could come up with.
Didn't think we were going to survive that. Really didn't.
So long as this awful place
I got a
remains,
Scorian
what's to say
necklace.
They won't try again.
You've heard? Well, no way did this guy get a
Producing
ring.
that abomination. Thank the divines.
Oh, bro.
Martis, what you've done is unforgivable.
Dude, thank you so
I won't be
much.
returning to the battle spire with you. I won't be returning at all.
Lucilla, you're one of the most promising candidates in the Spire. You can take another mentor.
If this is
I just
what
had to
it means
make
to
sure
be
that he
part of the
realized how
Spire,
grateful I was
want
for that.
nothing
That
to
was
do with it.
freaking... I can't believe he just gave me that. You've heard not seen... Wait, you have heard not seen tanks with over 100 HK. HP. Are you saying that you've heard of builds for tanks with over 100,000 HP? You mean like just a raw flat 100,000 HP? Or are you talking about like inside of ultimates? Because I think there's ultimates that do that. Like, I think one of the Necro ults provides that much HP. Gotcha. Gosh, dude, what a nice guy. I can't believe he got the ring and then just gave it to me. Alright. Let's go make this build, baby. That's crazy.
Looking.
Okay. What are we doing now? I can't even believe that he just gave me that ring. I'm blown away. What a freaking ridiculously nice dude. So this is not going to be a werewolf tank, by the way. This is like, we're going to shift away from that.
Is that safe? Is it
with
easy
that
to
being
stumble off
said,
of these areas?
as a tank, do I maybe want to use this? Oh, this one mythic. This one. Oh, it's a light chest piece. Yeah, it's meant for a healer. We're not going to use that. We could use Bloodlord's Embrace, excuse me. This would give us a pretty consistent, like, influx of magic. Like, this would be really good. But I'd say it's definitely more viable for boss fights, but really, boss fights are where you want your tankiness to come in more so than anywhere else, usually. When you're above 50% stamina, you reduce your direct damage taken by 50% and lose stamina when you take direct damage. No. I might be willing to just ditch a mythic. There's a chance that the Oaken Soul Ring would be good though, because this provides minor protections, major resolve, minor mending, and fortitude, intellect, endurance, heroism, slayer, empower, Aegis. Like, Oaken Soul Ring is really good for tanking too. We just have to be willing to give up the back bar. And this is gonna sound crazy, but like, reduce the damage of your light attacks by 50%. As a tank, does that matter, right? Who cares? You're not really doing any damage anyway. Dealing damage with a light attack restores magic or stamina depending on your equipped weapon type. Like, is this cool, dude, for tanking? It's a medium shoulder piece, which is a little bit disheartening. But gain additional resources when damaging off-balance enemies and less resources when damaging blocking enemies. And it increases your heavy attacks. But your heavy attacks no longer restore resources. But really, wouldn't it be cool if you were to just weave light attacks in between your abilities and be able to restore resources? There's no cooldown on it. There's no limit. There's no, like, only every 5 seconds. It's like all the time. I feel like that's kind of good. Reduce the damage taken by 50%. While bracing, you gain Steam Guardian for 0.5 seconds, reducing your damage taken by 90%. So every half a second, or well, for the first half a second of blocking, you get pretty significant reduction. Actually, it's almost 100% mitigation, which is crazy. I think Spalder's Ruin is good. Reduces your recoveries by 70 for every target benefiting from your aura of pride. Spalders of Ruin's cool. This is a necklace though. When your when your stamina is less than 50, your magic recovery is increased, and when your magic recovery is less, or when your magic is less, your stamina recovery is increased. I mean, this is quite good. Torque of tonal consistency. While bracing, you create a 12-meter zone of protection, but you can no longer move. Group members within the zone increase the amount of damage they can block by 30% and their health recovery by 950.
Have a fine selection to choose from.
70 recoveries is really painful. Like, really painful. So I'm not going to save this build. Actually, I might have already saved it. But we're going to respec properly. Storm calling I can't remove, can I? Alright. I think what I need to do is switch now. So, like... we just jump on this build. Those trees are maxed out, right? So we should be able to switch them out. And then we remove this. We drop everything into health. I think I'm gonna want Restoring Light. Do I really care though? I mean, Rushed Ceremony is kind of cool. Like, Adric Spear is neat. And if we're gonna use Rush of Agony, don't we just want, like, Toppling Charge? And we'd also get the Sun Shield on top of that? I feel like this Adric Spear is still a very good class to pick for a tank. Like, really the only beneficial thing here is Eclipse, but that's not even that good. It's more of a PvP ability. And then Restoring Light's good, but... well, increases healing done by 6% by up to 6% in proportion to the severity of the target's wounds. That includes myself. While standing in your own cleansing ritual, rune of focus, or rite of passage area of effect for up to 2 seconds after leaving them, you gain minor mending. So minor mending could come from the Oaken Soul Ring if we were to do that. But Sacred Ground is also our passive for the class Mastery. Also increases the damage you can block by 10% for the duration. Sacred Grounds is sounding good too. When you heal an ally under 50% health with a Restoring Light ability, you grant them one ultimate. Activating this ability with a channel or cast down while blocking will cause you to block all attacks at no cost for 2 seconds. Activating an ability with a cast or channel time while in combat causes you to automatically block all attacks at no cost for 2 seconds, up to once every 30 seconds. Increases resurrection speed by 10%. Resurrected allies return with 50% more health and gives you a chance to fill it. Man, honestly, this is feeling like a good skill tree. However, if we take this, we need to pull enemies somehow. And Adric Spear provides major protections, which is very good. Minor protections comes from Spear Wall. This also increases our armor. Dude, Adric Spear just sounds really good. I think this is going to be the best option. This is a very expensive way to taunt enemies, though. It doesn't have to be our only taunt. And we can still run 2-bar. We just need to get minor mending from something. Major mending would be nice, too. Gosh, my nose is itchy all of a sudden. Reduces the cost of your one-handed shield abilities. It reduces the cost of blocking. Gosh dang it, my nose. Increases your weapon and spell damage by 3%. And the amount of damage you can block by 10%. Improves your standard bash attacks, causing them to deal more damage. Increases the amount of damage you can block by with projectiles and ranged attacks by 6%. Arc has a tank in their skill tree line. Yes, they do. Arcanist is very good for tanking. The reason why I'm looking at the Templar skills first is because I need a Templar tree. Like, I cannot get away without a Templar tree, because I am a Templar, right? That's my base class. So I'm required to have one of the 3 Templar trees. So I was debating on which one I wanted to keep. So it's either going to be Adric Spear or it's going to be Restoring Light. And I think I'm leaning towards Adric Spear. They're both very good. I could keep both. I could just trade out one tree, but there's very, very good stuff elsewhere, so... we'll get there. Oh, you meant the taunt. Okay, so the Rushing Agony set. Let's look at this. A taunt? You're a taunt. So, the Rushing Agony set provides stamina recovery, some weapon and spell damage, and pen. Which is, I guess, fine. I don't know. When you deal direct damage with a blink, charge, leap, teleport, or pull ability, your charge is coming from the Templar tree. It's that teleport ability, or that like launch. You begin to amass power. After 0.8 seconds, you pull enemies within 12 meters. After 2 seconds, they get physical damage dealt to them, and that can happen every 8 seconds. So that was kind of my reasoning for wanting Rush of Agony and also wanting the taunt from the Templar tree. But we don't necessarily need Toppling Charge. We could take Silver Leash. Is this more? We could take Silver Leash. Decreases the range and damage, but increases the cost. But also pulls enemies towards you. So this is basically a chain. And it also taunts enemies. Attempts to taunt them, ensnares them. So it's not like gonna over taunt, you know, so if the enemy's already taunted, it won't like taunt in place of it, but this is a stamina ability too. So there's the idea of this. The difference here, and why I kind of like Adric's Spear, is because this provides major protections, which even with the Oaken Soul Ring, if I decide that that's something I'd like to do, I still gain major protections. But the Oaken Soul Ring doesn't have major prots on it. The Oaken Soul Ring has a lot. It's not bad. Like, minor Berserk, minor Courage, minor Brutality, Sorcery, that stuff's going to apply to our healing. Minor Force, even. All that applies to our healing, which is very beneficial. But this also provides major resolve, minor protection, minor mending, fortitude, intellect, endurance, which are all recoveries. We get heroism, which is super great. We get Slayer, which is just whatever. And then we get Aegis as well. Minor Aegis reduces our damage taken. And Empower, which is fine. Like, I feel like Oaken Soul provides a lot of stuff that I'm not going to have reasonable access to, even with a 2-bar build with subclassing. So Oaken Soul is kind of an option for me. And my other classes, my skill trees, I can take with the assumption of just like, maybe I don't even need an ability from it. Maybe I could just take it for the passives. So I'm leaning towards Adric's Spear for the major protections. And the Sun Shield is very good. And Spear Shards is very good. Like, this is a phenomenal support ability. Not only that, but I can take my own synergy now with this most recent update. Like, these 3 abilities are freaking awesome. Then, I mean, extra crit damage is fine. You know, whatever. We get minor protections from this. This is kind of irrelevant, to be honest. Burning Light is extra damage, but Balanced Warrior gives us 6% increased armor, too. Like, I feel like for a damage-oriented tree, this is very tanky still. I love this. So you want this ring. What level of scrying do you need to even be able to dig them up? I believe it's level 7. It's scrying and excavating. You need them both level 7. But I think they level up at the same time. So, there's that for you. Dang it, it's almost 6:30. I think what I'd like to do is keep Adric's Spear. But we can trade out Gravelord and Assassination. So everything here is going to have good stuff. The Arcanist has Soldier of Apocrypha. The will of an Arcanist is absolute. When you consume Crux, you gain 2 ultimate. Casting an Arcanist ability warps in the weave and fate around you, granting minor evasion to you and your group. That's kind of good. Apocryphal knowledge. Increasing your health, magic, and stamina recoveries by 40 for each ability slotted. While beneficial soldier of Apocrypha ability... Wait. While a beneficial soldier of Apocrypha ability is active, you increase your armor by 1636. That's probably going to double to like 3k. That's pretty good. Minor resolve, minor protections. Minor resolve is something I don't have access to yet, even with the Oaken Soul Ring. The first time you're damaged while below 50% health, the minor protection is consumed to heal you for 10,000 health. Minor resolve. I don't know what the morphs for these are off the top of my head. See, this is a really good tree. If we were to go 2-bar, this would be great. We might just be theorying or like thinking about this right now. You know, we might not be able to actually put this together today. We might have to wait till tomorrow because it's getting kind of late. It's almost 6:30. But we can at least get a good idea of where we're going with this, right? While slotted, damage taken is reduced by 2% per active Crux. See, that's really good, dude. Minor maim, reducing their damage done. I feel like this is a freaking awesome tree. Soldier of Apocrypha. Increases the healing done. This is a recovery tree, which is very, very useful. Your status, increasing the strength of your damage shields by 5%. Like, this is really good, too. The recoveries alone would be super beneficial. Breach the world. That's a portal. What? Minor courage, minor fortitude, minor intellect, minor endurance. Wow. Wow, yeah, so that would be really good too. Channel the Abyssal Sea. I don't think this is great for us. This is definitely more of a healer ability. A series of apocryphal runes. Can you destroy the item? So if so, do you have to re-get it? No. So like, I mean, you can destroy the item if you want to. But once you own, once you own the item, it goes in your sticker book. So just like everything else in the game, it'll like every other set piece, it'll be active in your sticker book. So if for some reason you lose it, deconstruct it, or if you just want more than one, you can reconstruct it from the sticker book itself for like 25. I think it costs 25 transmute crystals. It's the cheapest it gets. Oh, when digging. No, you don't have to get the lead again. You basically just go find the dirt pile again. Like if you don't get the item dug out of the dirt pile, it just makes you redig. Like you gotta like, it'll be in the same area, but you'll have to find the pile of dirt again and just go start over. You don't have to go get the lead again. The only time you get the lead again is if you either let it expire or consume it. And if you consume it, you don't really need to get it again. Unless you really want to, but you don't need to. It reduces damage taken from damage over time abilities. Whenever an enemy you are in combat with dies, within 28 meters you restore magic and stamina. Okay, I'm definitely leaning towards a 2-bar here. I think it'll be a lot better. Like, I'm tempted to use the Oaken Soul just because I think it's simple. But I see that we have access to, like, everything. Warp your bones with hardness. Wow. So this provides major and minor resolve. And this is the Bone Goliath, which increases our max health by 30,000 for 17 seconds. And you also get that health restored immediately, too. There's the Death Scythe heal. Slice into your enemy's life force, dealing magic damage, but you heal for like 5k for the first enemy hit, and an additional 17k for each enemy hit up to 5 times. I think there's a heal over time morph to this as well. Bone armor sounds very good, because we get major and minor resolve. We get minor protections from this, but we don't really need it. Like, major prots, or sorry, minor protections would come from the Aedric Spear skill tree. I mean, we could just take this tree just for bone armor. Bone armor, and we would get, like, resource sustain from this. We would have damage reduction, or, you know, damage taken reduction from damage over time abilities, as long as this is active. We would also get Bitter Harvest. Bitter Harvest would help us eat for, oh man, we'd be gaining so much ultimate for this. This would be very good, and it would reduce our damage taken by 3% while slotted. This would increase our healing received for each one slotted, and this would increase our max health. I think Bone Tyrant, and obviously the Bone Goliath just for funsies, like if we really wanted to. I think Bone Tyrant is a phenomenal idea here. That would give us, what did I say? Major and minor resolve. So resolve is off the board. We would get minor protections and major protections from the Aedric Spear skill tree. So if we wanted to, we could then take the Soldier of Apocrypha. Where are we at? Maybe not. Maybe not. Or was it Curative Rune Forms I was looking at? So this would give us even more sustain, a significant amount of it. This would increase our damage shield capabilities. Then, I mean, we wouldn't really be doing anything with Crux, though. This could provide a lot of sustain. Okay, I'm leaning away from Arcanist. Dealing direct damage. No. Increases damage you can block. While the Draconic Power ability is active, your healing received is increased by like 8% at max level. Increases health recovery for each Draconic ability slotted. Increases your resistances. This is good. This would give us major... Did I say I had resolves? Major and minor resolve, I think, was... I just got freaking chills down my spine for some reason. That was weird. What the freaking heck was that? Yes, major and minor resolve come from that skill tree, so I don't necessarily need to chase that down. Draconic power. Major fortitude increases health recovery, but that can come from potions. I mean, this is still a good tree just for the passives, though. There's magma armor. Magma armor is phenomenal. Increases durations. This gives you restorations when you cast an ult. When you cast an Earthen Heart ability, you and your group members gain minor brutality, increasing weapon and spell damage by 10%. When you cast an ability, restore... I mean... The Obsidian Shield's cool, and we get the brutality and sorcery for the teammates. But that's really about all we'd be getting from that one. I don't think we want that. Mr. Dreammaster, hello! Daedric Summoning, restoring. Reduces the cost of your ultimates. Reduces damage taken by 2% while you have an active summon. Increases your magic. This is a crazy shield. But we already have a shield, so forget that thing. Reduces the cost of your abilities. Your non-core combat abilities. When you cast a dark magic ability, it scales off your max health. You heal after blocking. Your next health, magic, or stamina cost is reduced. Minor Prophecy is cool and all, but we know what the shadow or the assassination tree is. Increases recoveries. Major Resolve, we already have access to that. Your max health is increased by 2% for each shadow slotted. Yeah, it increases the duration of your non-invisibility. Drinking a potion gives ultimate. Increases max magic and stamina. With the siphoning ability slotted. Increases your healing done by 1% for each ability slotted. Casting a siphoning ability while in combat generates ultimate. I don't think we really need that much. While slotted on either bar, your soul yearns for warmth. All damage you deal heals you. For 1,000 every second. I mean, siphoning strikes is very good to just like chuck on the bar, but I don't know if this is worth taking. We could even keep restoring light. When you heal yourself or an ally, see, this is what I'm talking about right here. We get major mending from this. When you heal an ally with a green balance ability, you gain magic or stamina, whichever pool is lower, every 1 second. Increases your healing done with green balance abilities by 2% for each ability slotted. When you activate a heal on yourself or an ally, you grant the target minor toughness. See, that's really good. Green balance sounds like it's freaking banging. And, I mean, the ultimate's cool. Don't get me wrong. It's a neat ultimate. But really, I think what you're after is, like, healing seeds. This is an awesome AoE heal. And the passives from this are quite good. Increases resistances for each winner's embrace ability slotted. When you take direct damage from an enemy within melee range, you apply a stack of bite to them up to 5 stacks. Applying major maim. Increases the amount of damage you can block by 4% and increases your frost damage by 7. I'm tempted to take like Green Balance, Bone Tyrant, and Adric Spear. I can't believe I'm passing up on like the Dragon Knight. The Dragon Knight is such a good tank. Like, this tree is very good. Draconic power is like freaking banging. There's recoveries. And it's slotted on either bar. There's a cleanse too, and an AoE heal. I don't really care about that, to be honest. Increases the amount of damage you can block. Resurrection speed. Like, this is very good. But I think for the sake of experimenting and just having fun, we're going to take Green Balance, Bone Tyrant. I'd be willing to trade out Green Balance. But the Major Mending, dude. And the Minor Toughness. We're doing it. We're taking Green Balance. We're taking Bone Tyrant. Oops. I don't know how to do this. Alright, now, when I confirm this, we're locked in. Until I max these trees out. So, it better be at least somewhat fun. If I wanted to, we could still make a damage build with this. It wouldn't be amazing, but we could still do it. We're in there, baby. This is it. This is going to be the push forward. Now we are going to have to wrap this sucker up. It's late. It's like 6:30, and I got to get rolling, unfortunately, because I could freaking do this all day. So that's going to be the goal for next time. Continue putting this build together. We have the armor ready. We just need to make it, right? We just gotta like set the build up properly. Did I give myself max health? I did. That's gonna have to change too. But there's a lot of work to do, but we're on the way. This is gonna be really cool, I think. I'm excited to make this tank build. And I'm excited to make a healer build too eventually, but it's just gonna take some time. So guys, thank you very much for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. And I'm sorry if I hurt anybody's feeling by saying the bad things about Power Washing Simulator or Roblox. If you're out there and you're enjoying those, I apologize. I didn't mean it. I was just joking. Don't take anything I say too seriously. Discord, link down there. And then we've got Twitch and YouTube too. I'd really appreciate it if you guys would, you know, hit the like button and stuff like that. That goes a long way. But regardless, I love you guys, man. Sab, Stream Master, Rad, everybody. Mr. Moff, Sayamante, good night to you. All of y'all. I wish you all the very best. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy yourselves, too. And for those that are waiting for the update on consoles and stuff, it's coming, baby. Be patient. It'll be here soon. See ya.